Today's show is probably going to be the best show I've ever made. It's because today's my wife's birthday. So happy birthday, Robyn. This show is dedicated to you. But for you listeners, I'm going to talk to you about how you can make more money and help more people. And you're also going to get a free book on today's episode. I'm going to give you a link because my wife's book, Make More Money, Help More People, is basically the basis for today's show. I know you're going to love it and you're going to get a lot out of it.
Cowboy.
Welcome to a daily dose of greatness quest with your host Trevor Crane, my daddy. He is going to help you take your life and business to the next level.
Here I come to save the day.
Trevor Crane here, 11-time #1 best-selling author and the founder of Epic Author Publishing, coming to you live every day so you can plug in every day to build your ideal business so you can live your ideal life.
If my daddy can do it, then anybody can do it because he's a weirdo.
You're supposed to make me sound cool. All right, welcome back. Well, happy birthday, Robyn. So everybody, if you're going to go ahead and get this free book, Make More Money, Help More People. And I'm going to share with you some cool stuff today about how you can get through some of your biggest challenges and how you can get past the swamp. This is what we're going to talk about today. I'm going to tell you some stories that my wife shares in her book so you can create real results in your own life. Right now, you're going to first have to listen to happy birthday. So happy birthday to you. Yeah. Happy birthday to you, Robyn. Happy birthday, dear Robyn. Bringing it home. Happy birthday to you. Honey, I love you. I love you so much. For everybody who does not know, my wife has always inspired me from when we first met. She accepted me when I was at one of the lowest times of my life, when I was filing a bankruptcy and having a lot of different challenges, and she saw greatness in me when I had a hard time seeing it in myself. And my wife inspires me every day. Her fourth book, I think it's her fourth book, fifth book, I can't remember which one now because she's written many, and by far her best book is called Make More Money, Help More People. And quite frankly, that is the mission that she has had, working primarily with female entrepreneurs now for years. She works with men too, or has in the past, and she still gets some that will want to work with her. And I think if you are a dude today, hey man, you can learn some cool stuff today from today's episode. But this book is phenomenal, and the gift to you is, actually I'll give you the link right now so you guys have it. Go to trevorcrane.com, and that's Robyn with a Y, ROBYN, trevorcrane.com/free book. And I don't even think she knows that it's still an available option for you guys to go get. But you can download a free copy of this book, and I think you're either a guy or gal, whatever it is, you should read this book. It does nothing but share stories with you and real things you can do to meet the mission of the book. Make more money so you can help more people. You know, the best way to help poor people is to not be one. And so this book is dedicated to that vision and mission. Yes, it's going to have the whole spin on it for female entrepreneurs, but I think you're going to get a lot of value out of it anyway. All right. So let's talk about I looked at my wife's book and I was reading through it. And one of the last chapters in her book is about being in the swamp and what happens when you're in the swamp. So I'm going to share with you a quick Chinese proverb right now that is at the beginning of chapter 10 in my wife's book. And this chapter is called Success is Through the Swamp. And the Chinese proverb is this: the temptation to quit is the temptation to quit is the greatest just before you're about to succeed. The temptation to quit is the greatest just before you're about to succeed. I have several clients of mine that just recently shared with me, actually one in particular, who sent me a private email and said that she's really stressed out. She's very confused. She's not sure that the progress that she's made so far is the right progress, and she thinks she might need to stop and delay and move things back, and she's very concerned. And the cool thing about this confusion piece, I've shared with you on previous podcasts. If you haven't heard me talk about confusion, you should go back and look at one of the other podcasts where I go into this in detail with Tony Robbins, because confusion means you are prepared to learn something. Get excited when you get confused. And when you get into the swamp, which basically means the swamp is something that's an emotional feeling where you want to quit. And if you never find yourself in the swamp, then that just means that you're not growing. And 9 times out of 10, that means that you're avoiding things that are putting you on the and avoiding those things are putting you on the wrong path, so that you don't grow and you don't experience the growth that you need. When you find yourself in the swamp, I'm going to take this from my wife's book. When you find yourself in the swamp, this actually means that you are making progress towards your ultimate goals of expanding your reach and increasing your income. That's a Robyn Crane quote for you. So I'm going to say this again. If you find yourself in a challenging situation and you're stressed and you want to quit, or you're not sure, or it's getting difficult, or it's getting hard, that means you're getting closer to success. And I'll read my wife's quote again. When you find yourself in the swamp, this actually means that you are making progress towards your ultimate goal of expanding your reach and increasing your income. And this happened for my wife. And in the book, she shares with you several of the awkward and painful stories that happened to her and experiences that happened to her. And I think it was on yesterday's podcast, I was sharing with you how my wife had gone out, and when she first published her first book, she gave a presentation in front of the Tony Robbins Power Team in New York City. And there were about 50 people in that room, and she had just gotten her book done. So she felt like she had so much credibility and authority in the eyes of the audience that she sold 13 people in the room who bought strategy sessions from her. I shared this story with you yesterday, but I didn't have the specifics with the math, so I wanted to go back and share this with you now, because those 13 strategy sessions that she sold for $200 a piece made her $2,600. The follow-up at the end of those conversations that she had with the people from that event, she made $35,000 in the next couple of weeks. Now, here's the thing that you don't know. That sounds really good and like I'm just bragging. You're like, dude, what about the swamp? What are you talking about? My wife was petrified to go do that talk. See, previous to that, my wife had actually not been doing well in her personal coaching business. My wife had a 6-figure business on the side, but for a while, she'd been working on growing her personal business, the Robyn Crane brand and the Robyn Crane coaching business, and she wanted to work with women. And the previous 12 months up until that event, she had only made $500. So this is a really big thing. We invested in a lot of things to try to help my wife with her business, her brand, her clarity, and she was scared to death. She needed help from her mentor. His name is Jeff. She needed help from me and the community that we had around us to support her, to help her believe that she could do it. Before that event came up, she actually didn't even want to go. She was trying to cancel it. Now, I'm not giving you every little detail of what happened. My point is, she was scared to death. She found herself in the middle of the swamp, and you can read about it for yourself in her book. Again, I'm going to remind you to go download it. You can go to robyncrane.com/free book. Very well thought out domain, by the way. And get this book while you still can and go read this for yourself. Because the thing that scared her most was to go stand on that stage, speak to that group of people, and make them an offer. And one of the transitions she was trying to make is she had become overwhelmed with one-on-one clients. See, she still had her financial planning business, and that business gave her a lot of one-on-one clients. And the problem is yes, she had a 6-figure business, but it wasn't giving her the quality of life that she wanted and that we wanted to live. And so she needed to build that business from scratch. The first year that she built that business again, she made $500. Not very impressive. The year after, which started from this event, where she made that first $35,000, she made $150,000 in the second year. In her third year, she made over $500,000. So if you are at all, let me ask you a question, and actually this is the question of the day. Are you making the amount of money that you currently want to make? Yes or no? And my second question for you is, are you helping the number of people that you want to help? Yes or no? And if your answer is, you want more money and you want to help more people, then I am thrilled that today's birthday present for my wife and for you now is to go ahead and get this book, because your success is probably through one of the things that scares you the most. Your success lies through the swamp. What my wife talks about in this chapter of this book is that oftentimes people freak out about it and they want to get out of the swamp. They don't want to go through all that scary stuff. And part of the reason is they don't have a support network around them to support them. My wife's entire business is now designed to help people give them the mentorship and the community and the coaching to go ahead and help move people through the swamp. My wife needed that help when she got there. I need that help when I get there. My entire business has modeled what my wife has done because it wasn't enough for me to only work with people one-on-one. When I got started, my first book is called High Paying Clients. And I was really good at working with people and companies one-on-one, and me working with them, helping them get high paying clients. The challenge was, and my fear had been, that I only knew how to work with people one at a time. The much more powerful transition that my wife and I have made in our business has been to help give people a community and start serving more than one person at a time. Part of the reason I'm doing this podcast is just so I can connect with and help more people. The gift of figuring out how to make more money so you can help more people is delivered in this book. And I want to share with you just a couple of stories that you're going to learn when you read this book. These are right off the back of my wife's book. You're going to learn how Lisa went from losing money every month to the tune of $300 a month negative to making over $40,000 in just 6 months. How Bree went from $4,500 a month to over $23,000 a month. How Allison was able to increase her hourly fee from $200 to $1,000 an hour. And one of my favorites is how one of my wife's clients, Denise, was able to make $6 million from a 1-minute video that my wife helped her create. So our gift for you today is to just go download the book, and that's our challenge for you as well. Download this and read it and apply the principles in your life. And if you want to give us a present back, leave my wife an amazing review. I know you're going to love this book, whether you're a dude or a chick. I know you're going to love it because you and I have a responsibility to make a difference in the world, to find ways to help more people. And honestly, when you make more money, you have an opportunity to help more people. They go hand in hand. They are not one and then the other. I hope you have a great day, and I can't wait to see you tomorrow on another Daily Dose of Greatness Quest. To get even more awesomeness, which means all my best stuff, download my app by texting Trevor to 36260. It will show up right on your cell phone. Just text message the word Trevor to 36260. Talk to you soon.